chilling.
Wow. So you're out of South
I'm also
Philly
hiding
now.
Ben Simmons out here. I'm not out of there. My house is up. Ben Simmons is hiding underneath my camper right now. He doesn't want to be around. So I said, if you need a place to chill and get away from all the noise, come on down here to Alloway, New Jersey. Nobody will even know you're here.
Are you going to set up a hoop so he can practice his free throw shooting? Oh, this is absolute. Hun, get the doctor. I think it's time. Just give me a minute. Give me a couple minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
There he is. Look at this. There he is.
Look at this.
Yo, yo, yo.
What it do, baby?
What it do? I'm out in the country. All I'm missing, guys, is canned heat. Harry, you got any canned heat there?
Yeah. Going up the country.
Exactly. That's where I am. I'm in the middle of nowhere in New Jersey. I'm in Alloway, New Jersey.
Bro, I live in New Jersey. I never heard of that before.
Alloway, not Galloway.
No,
not Joey Galloway. I know Alloway, New Jersey is down there past Cowtown. We're down in the country.
Oh, the Cowtown Rodeo.
Oh, yeah, by the circus, right? Oh, not the circus.
No,
what is it called?
The rodeo.
The Cowtown
Rodeo.
Woodstown, New Jersey.
Yeah.
There's a swap meet down there.
It's beautiful down here. I got my RV.
Yeah, no,
I got my RV.
Bought a couple of cars at that swap meet.
Yeah, I saw. It's a fifth wheel, isn't it?
It's a fifth wheel. It's a 35-footer, Harry.
Now you're driving that thing with a pickup truck.
Yeah, I had to order a pickup truck because I needed 2,500, and nobody's got 2,500s because they had a chip problem. So I got to get a truck, but that's going to be my home until my house in Florida is built.
Oh, no kidding.
So we're out here in the country.
Man, that's
having
awesome.
Fun, chilling.
Wow. So you're out of South Philly now.
I'm also hiding Ben Simmons out here. I'm not out of there. My house is up. Ben Simmons is hiding underneath my camper right now. He doesn't want to be around. So I said, if you need a place to chill and get away from all the noise, come on down here to Alloway, New Jersey. Nobody will even know you're here.
Are you going to set up a hoop so he can practice his free throw shooting? Oh, this is absolute. This is gold.
You know what's funny, guys?
Yeah.
I have a Verizon guy. So I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I can't believe Verizon is running fiber optics to my RV from a road 1,500 feet. So I said, listen, I need internet out here. I'm going to be doing shows out here. Even the great John McMullen saw that I was coming on the middle show today, and he said, hey, you doing radio and sports again? Can you come on Bird Street?
Oh, yeah. They all want to glom our
guests.
guests. That's all they do is glom our guests. They take Barrett from us periodically. It's an absolute joke. Yep.
These glamours.
Ridiculous. All right. Well,
it is ridiculous. So the guys came this morning. I was out there helping them string line, like from the road all the way back. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere here. I mean, there's like 85 acres of cornfields behind here. This is rural. You don't get any more rural than this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now, how did you find this place? This is sort of like one of these places where Charles Manson and his people would be hiding out.
Well, I am starting my own spawn ranch down here. I'm going to start my own spawn ranch down here. I got to find a couple local girls. I go down to the local bar. There's a little joint down the street. It's a long walk, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm one of those guys. Eitan's like this. Eitan lives in Jersey. Barrett lives in Jersey. You got to be one of those people who can adapt. You can, be a city guy. You can be a country guy. You could be a mountain guy, a Florida guy, an ocean guy. I can live anywhere. I can live anywhere. Now, Eitan, where are you?
I'm in
you,
Willow
Eitan?
Grove, so that's quasi country, depending on where you are. But I'm out of the city, at least. To your point, at least I'm out of the city.
Well,
so yes.
Now, is my connection okay? Because I'm not kidding. They ran the wire, so now the service technician is running the wire into my coach, so I will have high-speed internet, a phone, and all the channels that I need. How about that?
That's awesome.
Amazing,
now, is that where you do the Master Debaters show? Tell people where they can find you.
I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. So they shut off my cable in South Philly yesterday. Yeah, you got to trust. This is a process unlike the 76. And by the way, not my style to brag, guys, but I was one of those guys who told you at the very beginning, do not trust the process. Is the process over
work.
and has it failed? Is it over and has it failed?
Hold on, that's the
over?
first thing he said. That's the first thing Harry said before we had you on. He said Tony was one of the first guys to be out on it. He's been voiced about that from the beginning.
He was never in. He was never in.
And it's not that I wanted the Sixers not to succeed. I just knew the whole Sam Hinkie. Now, here's my one question. If Sam Hinkie were still here, how many second-round picks you think he can get for Ben Simmons right about now?
3.
Enough that he'd make the deal. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
That's one thing we knew about Hinkie is that he was cutthroat, man. He wouldn't stick to somebody if he knew that it was time to go. He would get rid of him. Absolutely right. So it's almost a shame that Hinkie isn't still here just for that regard, because Simmons would have probably been out of here 2 years prior to what he is now.
Well, isn't it
because the Eagles found somebody to take Carson Wentz's deal. Who's going to take Ben Simmons' contract? I know you guys have talked about this, I'm sure, since yesterday, but that's the thing. Who is there going to be a lot of interest for Ben Simmons?
Well, yeah, that's what we were saying.
Salary dump.
Yeah, that's what we were saying, Tony. At this point, it's because his max contract that the expectations that we have on him are so high, But isn't it like poetic justice that the whole Sam Hinkie deal, the whole, him going out there and trusting the process, all started with a guy that's in the playoffs right now, Drew Holiday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
He started.
You look around the league. You look around the league. And listen, I want the Sixers to win, but they'll never be. And I'm going back to the 60s, 67, 68, 60s, Sixers. That's how old I am.
Guys. I'll keep you updated.
All right, Eitan.
All right, Eitan. Have fun, brother. Have fun. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Are they going to have a better chance to win an NBA? What are their chance now next year, next season? Where are they going to rank as far as they went from the best team in the East with a really good chance of winning a championship for the first time since 2001, where they had virtually none because they were playing the Lakers, but at least they made the finals, to a team that, does anybody have an idea? Just like the Eagles, we don't know what they're going to do. We don't know how good they're going to be. We knew the Sixers were good. We knew they were going deep into the playoffs, and we knew anything short of getting to the NBA Finals was an unmitigated disaster. Is that not the case, Harry? Is that not the case, Barry?
No, that is the case, and this may end up being their best shot with all the injuries on all these other teams. The way it sort of lined up, where all you had to do was beat the Wizards and the Hawks to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then you didn't even get Brooklyn because of injuries. Now, they could probably hang with Milwaukee. They had a freeway to the finals.
LeBron not being ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The Nets, everybody thought the Nets would be the toughest challenge for the Sixers. And then Milwaukee comes back, and as you mentioned, Harry, because of injuries, and they get a chance and they win that series. Look at the Clippers, too. I mean, the Clippers, give them credit. They've been dead multiple times, but at least they're going through the West. And the Phoenix Suns came out of nowhere. And I said, they were my team, Harry. I said, I love the Phoenix Suns early, just like Philly Godfather.
Right.
We were all over them, except I didn't bet on the Phoenix Suns. And you can't bet. I can't even use my DraftKings account here in New Jersey. I can't even get action on the playoffs. This is an outrage.
Well, how far are you from Atlantic City?
I'm a long way from Atlantic City. Yeah, I'm all the way down. I'm all the way down in the Jersey side. When you go, you've been down here. You haven't been down toward Alloway and
Salem,
and
near Salem.
And,
he's right by
Salem.
Okay, I know where that is. Yeah.
Salem County down here.
That's down
Salem
near Running Deer.
I'm on the borderline. I'm Cumberland County adjacent in Salem County, Harry.
That's down near Jaws's Running Deer golf course, probably.
A little farther than that.
Is it?
It's a little far. It's a little farther than that, man. So he's pretty far down there, man. But I mean, you look at this. When you look at this team and the way they built it, going forward, they got Hill. I thought Hill's gonna come in and give me a little more. I hate to do it to you, man, but this was the best. Yeah, this was the best chance they had of really winning the championship. I mean, now they're not gonna sneak up on anybody anymore. What are the chances of them being being the number one seed again? This is gonna be tough, man, because that Nets team wasn't all the way put together until halfway through the season. Now they're gonna have a year to play with each other. It's gonna be tough, man.
I agree, and the thing to me is, people are complaining about if Danny Green were here, they ran Danny Green off the Lakers when they won a championship. And I don't dislike Danny Green. It's not personal to me. But if you think Danny Green would have made a difference in this series, you're insane. I mean, who thought Seth Curry would be as good as he was? Remember, he wasn't really, you know, he was obviously not even in the same stratosphere as his brother. And all of a sudden, people, you know, Seth Curry had to carry this team the last couple of games.
Yeah. And he only makes like $8 million. So he's a guy that you got to keep going forward at least. At least he can make a basket and he doesn't cripple your contract or your cap. But we got to. Are you still watching will you watch the NBA now that the Sixers are out, or are you done?
Well, once I get my cable package back on, I'll dabble. I'll dabble. It depends what's on, you know. I haven't had cable. I've been sitting out here in the woods.
Man.
You know, all I'm worried about is deer ticks and stuff.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff. Now I got to go in because you can hear the winds blowing. I think we're getting another storm. We had a big one last night. You can see that wind blow. Look at this. Right. This is rural out here. This is country, folks. Don't try this yourself. If you're a city slicker like Harry Mays or Barrett Brooks, you don't want to be dealing with this kind of weather. We got storms brewing, and I'm out here in the middle of it where I could get hit by lightning. That's the kind of dedication that I feel.
You're like Jim Cantori right now.
Exactly right. I'm getting ready to put my slicker on and go out and stand and hold on to a tree so I don't get blown away and have my RV flipped over by a sudden surge. You know what I'm saying? A storm surge.
I do. Is that your line, your pickup line? Can I check you for ticks? Where's
that a tick on you? Is that a deer tick on your leg, or are you just happy to see me?
Where's Miss Wobbins?
Miss Wobbins had to get up at 7 this morning and drive down to Maryland because my grandson, little Dominic Vincent Bruno, we saw him on Sunday. We drove down. I've been driving between Maryland, New Jersey, and Philadelphia like 3 times a day. I put more miles on my car in the last week than I did in a year. But we went down to see my son for Father's Day down there in Maryland, down near Chestertown, in Centerville. I mean, these are all rural places. My family all lives and my good friend Jerry and Kathy, you've met them. They were the couple that brought the turkey to our show down at Comedy Sport on Thanksgiving. Remember that?
Right. Yeah, I do.
And they got beautiful dogs. Look at this beautiful Doberman right here. This is Sonny right here with me. Look at that. Look how beautiful that dog is. That's a beautiful dog.
Oh, yeah, right that's good. That was purebred.
I got a German Shepherd. I'm down here, you know, this is my life. Farm living is the life for me. Green Acres is the place to be. You know what I'm saying?
Land spread it out so far and wide.
Wasn't Sasha give me Park Avenue? No, you can keep Park Avenue. Give me Telegraph Road in Salem County, New Jersey.
Wasn't Zsa Gabor or Ava Gabor in that show?
Yes. Yeah, that was Ava Gabor, married to Eddie Albert. I think they were married in real life too, weren't they?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. He was the star of that. Yeah.
Is that Elliott Shore Parks hovering? Is that Elliott Shore Parks over your shoulder there, Harry?
No, it's Daryl Morey.
That's his dad or something.
Looks like Elliott Shore Parks from here.
You're on fire today, Tony.
Today. Right, tell us about this show that you've done a couple of, the Master Debaters, and then how'd you get involved with that?
Well, you know, I'm doing this stuff on No Filter Network. I do my own show on there, and it's basically everything goes. You know, we don't worry about getting fired. We don't worry about getting canceled. And Eric Burns started it out with a couple of guys out on the West Coast, and you got guys who basically have been canceled from all their jobs. With the hockey, Jeremy Roenick is involved. Right. You know, a whole bunch of people, former athletes, mostly athletes. I'm the only radio guy that's on there now. And so the bottom line is it's a fun thing. We do what we want. We do shows when we want. And so on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have a show called Master Debaters, and they bring in different hosts. And Chris Rose hosted sometimes. And Chris is a great friend from back in California from 20 years ago on Best Damn Sports Show. And he does so many
Fox
other things
for a long time, MLB, and he's done a lot of work
on the MLB Network. And now he's at NFL Network. He's doing work there. And so he hosted, and then Rick Bucher, you know Rick Bucher, he's another guy who's on No Filter.
He's an NBA honk.
Too. So, yes, he is. And I rip him all the time because of it, huh? I rip him all the time. No, he's a good guy. We have fun going back and forth. But now I saw LeBron said that the season, the reason that the NBA playoffs stink and that all the stars are gone is because it was the between the seasons was too short, Harry. Do you buy that?
Well, I kind of think there might be something to that. As these guys age, they don't have that bounce back factor like you do when you're young. But hey, what are you going to do, man? I mean, they had a 72 game season. They were in the bubble last year.
Exactly. And nobody knows. And the stars in this league have taken off more time than Johnny Carson used to when he was hosting the Tonight Show. It's not like these guys didn't get off nights.
They have like a Howard Stern schedule.
Exactly. Now, Barrett, you saw this. And again, I know they play hard and they play a lot of games, but the guys were taking off a month to rest during the season. So I get it. It's a hard grind, but you're going to complain about the short off season and you're taking nights off and you're getting what do they call? What were they calling
load management? Load management.
Load management. Yes. Waste management doesn't get as much load management as NBA players.
Especially once they ratified it. They wanted to do it. They wanted to keep the money. They wanted to go forward with it. So, there's no way they can bitch about it now. But I'm going to say this, though. Imagine these kids that are playing football now. They're going into this season in the short amount of time they have going into this season, as opposed to because there were some teams that just finished playing about a month and a half ago. A lot of these teams played. Jackson State, a lot of these teams. So they're going to go into the NFL season after this draft, go into the NFL season with only being off 4 months, 5 months.
Exactly.
They're younger.
By the way, who do you guys like in the NBA draft tonight, Harry? The Sixers will not be at the table. Who do you like? Who's the number one pick? And does anybody know any of these kids?
Is it the draft or is it the draft lottery? Is tonight the actual draft?
No, I think it's the draft. The draft is tonight, Harry.
Is it? Wow.
I hate to do it to you.
Yes.
I'm the guy who hasn't been paying attention to sports. I haven't been paying attention to sports for months, and you don't know the NBA draft is tonight? Come on,
Hold
Harry.
on a second. Hold on. I hate to do it. I'll tell you, Barrett's heard that so many times.
That's my favorite quote now. I hate to do it to you, but my kids know now. When I say that, hey, I hate to do it to you. They know it's over for them. They know it's over. I'm not doing anything for you then. Nothing.
Exactly.
No, the draft lottery is tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong.
It's the draft lottery.
Is it a halftime of the Western Finals or what's
it's going to be?
What game is tonight?
Well, tonight you got the Western Conference, Phoenix and the Clippers tonight. And it's going to be at 8:30 Eastern time on ESPN. So it's before that game starts because that game doesn't start till like 9. So
Did they make it better from last year? Is it still exactly? I wonder what Brett Brown's doing right about now. Has anybody heard from him?
I have not.
Well, he probably said, "Well, I hate to do it to you guys." While he's sitting back, I hate to do it.
By the way, Howard, another question. Both of you guys, the coaching situation.
Yeah.
Are the Sixers going to change coaches?
I don't think so. I don't
think so either.
I mean,
he just said that he can fix Ben.
Yeah, he says he can fix Ben. We'll see. But I don't think they're going to fire Doc Rivers. I mean, it's becoming a pattern that he has teams in the playoffs that are better teams than the opponents, and they have leads in series, and he gives it up.
Yeah,
that's happened way too many times.
About it.
Yeah.
And this one, to me, of all the best, and I like Doc Rivers. I've known him for a long time. Mm-hmm. He's a great guy, great coach. But you're right. I mean, you look at his history, and he's never lost with a team like the 76ers that had their two main players in the postseason play. And I know Embiid was hurt, but he was still dropping 40. He was doubling every night, even with a torn meniscus. Yeah. So it's not like they were missing their star players. They had pretty much a good group of guys that should have been able to beat this. I'm not taking anything away from the Hawks, but Trae Young, I mean, Clint Capella and those guys outplayed the 76ers. They wanted it more. They played harder. The Sixers were terrible. And Ben Simmons, to me, I don't understand. Again, we've been saying this for years. How do you forget? Oh, he's working on his jump shot. How do you not have a jump shot when you come into the pros or make free throws when you come into? Those are the two basic things of basketball. Shoot the basketball, not threes. Every 8-year-old kids can shoot threes. Shoot the damn basketball. Give me a 20-foot jumper. Give me a 15-foot jumper. Go to the hoop when you're underneath. This guy doesn't even want to dunk anymore, Harry. It's an outrage.
Yes.
How do you not want to dunk? Even the Kardashians said, stay away from California. They don't even want him out there. The Jenners and the Kardashians have given up on Ben Simmons.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you're right. That might be what the problem is, man. He needs to go see a sports psychiatrist because, man, his girl, the Jenner girl, she left. She's now on the winning side over there.
With Devin Booker. She's with Devin Booker.
She's on the winning side now. She had a dumping for
Is she with Devin Booker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to go with a guy that can shoot.
Damn right, man. Damn, he can do everything, man. Listen, I love these great young players, Harry. If you look at Booker, I mean, look at the Suns. A couple years ago, they were a laughing stock.
Right.
Right? They were a laughing stock.
DeAndre Ayton's a nice player.
Did they have to tank? Did they have to tank?
No, and they got Chris Paul. They got Bridges. Remember? Yeah, Brett Brown traded Mikal Bridges to Phoenix for what? Zaire Smith. Zaire Smith's working at a Walmart right now.
I think I saw that. It's the one in Centerville, Delaware. It's a great store. I highly recommend it. If you're on 301 down there and you're heading down toward the Eastern Shore and you're heading down maybe to Annapolis or down to Kent Island. Have you been down that way, Harry?
Absolutely. I'm going down. I'm going down to Bully Rock this weekend. I'm going to Haverty Grace.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Haverty Grace.
But yeah,
just stay out of Baltimore, man. You don't want to go down to Baltimore.
No. Not even to the Preakness, man. I'm not even going to the horse race. But Zaire Smith, is he a greeter at that Walmart?
I don't know. I think I saw him in the back where the RV equipment was because I'm back there looking for, when you have an RV, you're always looking for like trinkets. Oh, this will look good in the RV. Oh, wait a minute. I got one of these things that'll help to get the gray water out faster. So you got to unload the tanks and stuff. And no, you're going to see me, Harry. I'm going to be Cousin Eddie. In Christmas vacation, trying to empty the black water tank somewhere here in rural New Jersey.
I put that on your Instagram when I saw you post the picture, the video of your trailer. I said, "Shitter's full." I could just see you out there, man, with in a bathrobe and that hat that he wore. You got to do a video, man. That would go viral in 10 seconds.
I hear Miss Robinson saying, "Hey, I hate to do it to you, Tony."
I hear you, man. I hear you,
man. Are you still watching the Phillies whenever you get a chance? Are you in on baseball still?
What's that? Huh?
Are you still in on baseball? I know you're a big Phillies guy. The connection's getting bad, man.
I've been watching the Phillies from time to time.
You are?
I know that, how about Gabe Kapler, though? How about Gabe Kapler and the Giants, Harry? Who saw that coming? I mean,
nobody.
You knew the Dodgers were good. You knew the Dodgers were good, right? Everybody knew that.
Right.
You knew the Padres were going to be good again. Did anybody think that the Giants would have the best record in baseball halfway through the season?
No. Yes, nobody. I did.
You did?
Yeah, of course, because anybody that leaves Philly, whether it be an athlete or a coach, goes and wins somewhere else. It's a pattern. I left here, I won a Super Bowl ring. When you leave here and go somewhere else, you become a better player, a better coach, whatever. So I mean, it's just a sign, bro. It's in our cards. We always get the second best. We don't get them at their potential. We get them after they leave. I mean, they get them before they leave, and then they go somewhere else and become great. That's just
my favorite tweet. I saw Lane Johnson after the Sixers lost. Did you see his tweet the other night about something about how many days till training camp? So basically, he's telling the world, "Hey guys, we're next up." The Sixers pooped the bed worse than the Flyers. I mean, we knew the Flyers were leaking major oil down the stretch after they looked like a playoff team. So that when they didn't make the playoffs, everybody pretty much figured that this team is not very good. But the Sixers, I mean, of all the teams, now luckily the Union's back in action. But to me, the next up is going to be: are the Phillies going to make a run in the second half? Does anybody think that this team is going to do anything in the division?
No shot.
Make the playoffs?
I don't think so. They're going to be about 81 and 81. 500. That doesn't get you in the playoffs. You got to win 87, 88 games to get in the playoffs.
We can't hit. So.
See, Harry, if I had my high-speed Verizon internet hooked up, I wouldn't be having any of these technical problems.
I know. That's how Barrett experiences this every now and then. His grandson, what does he do to the internet, Barrett?
He unhooks the internet so he can hook it. He can hook it up to his game.
What is going on back there?
Right. But he doesn't tell me he does.
I got to find the router.
He does it.
this house. Let me see if there's a
wow.
If there's a room that has. Is this any better now?
Now you're coming in pretty strong. That's a big RV, or are you in a house right now? Oh, we lost him. Wow. I tell you,
bro, you two are the greatest together, man.
He's unbelievable. Like,
he was hiding Ben Simmons.
Yeah, underneath his RV. Yeah, underneath his RV.
He said he had to get away.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
So he's living in the RV until his house in Florida gets built. So he's out.
Oh,
he's had it.
It's a lot of people that are out.
Yeah. Is he coming back in? There he is. That looks good.
I'm in the house where they have high-speed internet. I don't know if they have the 1 gig like I'm going to have in the RV. It was supposed to be in yesterday, but then the guys couldn't get the wire. They needed too much wire, so then it came back this morning. But I tried to find the one spot. I can't find where the router is, but I think it's better now. It's better.
Well, now, it is. When did you buy a place in Florida?
In January.
Oh, wow.
I bought a lot because I was down. Robin and I went down there. We were looking around, and we found a lot that we liked on the water. I'm going to have a nice little house. It's only a 1/4 acre, so it's not a big mansion. It's going to be a 2,000 square foot house on the water. I'm going to have my little boat lift where I flip the switch, Harry. You know what they say about flipping the switches, Barrett? You flip the switches, and then you know what happens.
It brings the business.
Exactly right, man. By the way, I'm going to go out now, Harry, and try to get COVID-19 so that I can win the U.S. Open in a couple of weeks after I'm embarrassed and taken out. How about John Rahm? How amazing was that?
That was pretty incredible, man. I got to be. Hey, he was clearly the best player last week.
They embarrassed the guy on a golf course and take him off when he had the lead. And then 2 weeks later, he wins the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
If that's COVID-19, I want it now. I want it now.
Hey, he cost himself $1.6 million that previous week.
I know, that's an outrage.
Yeah,
he should sue the PG. He should sue the PGA. He should sue them.
He probably is. He probably is. He probably is.
All right,
yeah, but what did he win for the Open? What did he win for the U.S. Open, though?
I think he probably got about close to $2 million. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. All right, man. We'll check in with you again sometime soon and get an update.
Yeah, and make sure I got a room down there.
Yeah, check in once I have my high-speed internet, Harry.
Okay.
No, I'm not in Florida. I'm not going down to Florida probably till next year sometime because the house isn't under construction. So that's why I bought an RV.
And now we lost them.
I got to wait for the house.
Yep.
We lost them again.
I'm patient.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, we're going to say goodbye. We appreciate you jumping on, man. So it gives you a little insight into what he's got going on. He's living out in the middle of nowhere in South Jersey in an RV with high-speed internet. And Ben Simmons is underneath the RV. And he saw Zaire Smith at a Walmart.
Right. He said in the camping section. In the
camping section, the RV section. Yes.
Man, it doesn't get any better than him, man.
I know.
It doesn't get any better than him, man.
I know.
Gives it to you, man. Non-stop.
Yeah. Is he still under his Twitter feed at Tony Bruno Show?
I think so.
Is that what it is?
That's what I follow.
Yes, at Tony Bruno Show. So you can still follow him and see what he's doing. Every now and then he does a couple of shows with a bunch of other guys that got canceled. It's unbelievable. I got another quote here from Daryl Morey, courtesy of John Clark's Twitter feed. Daryl Morey was asked if Ben Simmons will be on the Sixers next year. And he says, quote, "We have a very strong group we believe in. We love what Ben brings. What's next? ? We're going to do what's best to bring the Sixers a championship." So, I mean, this guy's good at answering these types of questions.
Right.
What's he supposed to say there?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
we hate him. We can't wait to get rid of him.
Well, look, they have Koof because, the Eagles don't have Koof. They have Koof, when articulating questions like that and answering.
Right.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.